Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of the Shots Fired Podcast, DFW. As usual, and as always, you got your boy Big Joe.
You got your boy always right, too, Trill.
You got your boy Julio the Don.
And your boy Jay.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we get into it, we ask you one simple thing. Please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. It means the world to us, and it's free. So hit that like button, subscribe. And boys, let's get into it. We've got a nice little show tonight. We'll start off quick, and we'll start off with the big one. Let's do Cowboys Bills predictions. What do you guys see going into this week? And I think the biggest question that I have for you, and I will start with you always, right? Who needs
Always
this?
right, we'll go last. You can go first, my boy.
No, I'm putting you on the spot, my brother. Who needs this game more, the Cowboys or the Bills?
The Bills, obviously. We don't need to beat the Bills to get to the playoffs. We get to the playoffs, we can win the game after. Hell, we can lose the next two games and still get to the playoffs. The only thing that the only thing that's gonna matter in this game is that again, can we beat up on the team that everybody praises as a plus 500? I don't even think they're plus 500 right now.
They're seven to
Uh,
six,
They
I
are
think.
7-6. Yeah,
they are
seven and
okay.
six. Yep.
So, can we beat up on a team with a winning record? I think we go to Orchard Park. We put the pause on the Bills. We walk out of Orchard Park and we go on down to Miami and take care of business. Um, as far as a score prediction, if it rains like they say it is, I'm gonna say low scoring game. Give me 27-23 Dallas.
Okay.
Um, I think I'm hoping that our run game shows up and travels with us so we can start getting that in motion for the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I think our defense will travel good. Dak has shown that he's gonna do what Dak does. Um, we just need the run game to show up. I'm hoping that we can catch Josh Allen on a bad day and get some turnovers at costly moments for him.
I think we can. I think that's one thing that more likely than not you can bet on.
I will say if this game goes into the 30s, I'm gonna be surprised, especially with the weather that is looking like it's gonna be up there with the rain. I think it's gonna be around high 20s, low 30s.
I think it was
So
going to be in the 40s, but I'm not sure.
I thought I might have looked up something else. I thought it said low 20s or high 20s, low 30s, but even in the 40s, if it
We're not
rains,
weathermen.
if it rains, um, it's just a different animal when it rains. You really need your run game to travel and be there. And I'm
Yeah.
hoping that Rico and Tony Pollard can carry the load.
Yeah, absolutely.
They say when it rains, it pours. Sorry, had to get that in. Go ahead.
No, we're gonna find out. Jay, go ahead, brother. What do you see coming down the pike? Who needs this game more, the Cowboys or the Bills, and why?
I think both of us do. I think both teams do. We can't, you know, I I can't agree with what T said about how we can lose games. I think we need to win out the rest of the season. Period. To make a statement. Not only to make a statement, but also just to go in with some
Momentum.
uh yeah, momentum. Um and keep that momentum because I don't know if you guys remember, we don't play well on the road. So we haven't I mean, I don't think we haven't had a road game in a while, but we don't play well on the road. And if we get behind, it's panic time. So which Cowboys are going to show up? Is it going to be the ones that we saw these past couple of weeks? Or is it going to be panic time? We get behind and then, oh shit, we got to actually play now. So
Yeah, that's a great point. Jay, is what team does show up on
Yep.
Sunday, 3:25 Central Standard Time? what team decides, hey, you know what, we're gonna go into this week and take care of business? Will it be the more as a Zion likes to say, lackadaisical Cowboys, or is it gonna be the on point like we're at home Dallas Cowboys? Great
So,
question.
so are y'all? Well, Jay, do you still have questions about the team? And the reason I ask that is because we, I mean, obviously we need to win the game, but the point that I was making is we can lose this game and still get to the playoffs. But the Bills need the game more because if we go smash their ass playoff, they can just count the playoffs out. Basically, they're not gonna.
Mhm.
I don't think they're gonna get in if we go up there and beat them. So
They can't. They couldn't do a wild card.
So right now they are one of six teams that are 7-6 in the AFC, and I think their chance at a playoff spot right now is a little over 50%. So if they lose this game,
it goes to like 30 something or 20 something. They said it
yeah,
earlier.
yep.
Mhm.
So it's basically like they're in playoff mode now. But
Now, yep.
my
Well, see what
question to you is are like, do you still have questions about the Cowboys
as far as what
as far as, are we the team that we've shown over the last several weeks? Or are we the team that we saw the first couple games when we lost to Arizona and we really dropped a doozy in Florida or Philadelphia? When the reality of it is, we could have
we,
won that Philadelphia game.
we
We
could
just
have
made
won
a
that
couple
game.
mistakes.
We could have won that game. Um, to answer your question, yeah, I still question it because, like I said again, road games are not our thing. Home games are. We dominate home games. Road games, it's a toss up. We know that. We know
Yep.
our team, bro. We know that.
Hey, I knew specifically our team and that we dominated home, even though last week when I told you we were gonna do that to Philly, you were like, I really wanted you to be wrong. We already knew.
I did.
We know what the Cowboys are at home.
I
Don,
did
Don
want you to be wrong.
Julio. Don Julio. What about you, man? Who needs this game more and why? The Bills or the Cowboys?
I think both T and Jay brought up great points when it comes to the Cowboys and the Bills. For me, I agree with T as far as the Bills need this way more than we do. I still see us uh, continuing the trend that we're on right now. That basically just that what's the word I'm looking for here? Just the continuation of how we've been playing, basically. The defense is firing off right now. The offense is playing out of it. Dak is playing out of his mind. I should just say it that way. I see him continuing his MVP candidacy performance that he got going on right now, proving to everybody that yeah, he should be the MVP. He is the MVP in my eyes right now. Um, and I don't see them slowing down whatsoever. So I think, yeah, even in the rain, even if it's cold, I know the weather will affect the game some. I honestly think that we will get a little over 30. I don't see us getting a 40 burger on the boys up there. But I say that the game will probably be, if I had to predict a score, I'm gonna say 35-13 to the Bills. I think our defense right now, honestly, I love the way that we've been playing. I love the speed at what we're playing at. I love everything about how our defense is playing. But again, I'm biased because I love the defense. So I actually honestly believe that we will get a couple of turnovers, not just one, but a couple of turnovers. So um, I honestly see us going in there dominating the game, especially the way that we've been playing here lately these last 7 games. I think you guys mentioned it before in the past podcast. Mike McCarthy has been calling the game lights out here recently. You gave him his flowers the last podcast, saying, "Hey, he's been calling a hell of a game," and Dan Quinn has been calling a hell of a defense too. So I can't take anything away from these guys right now, and I think the Cowboys are going to steamroll the Bills. Just plain and simple. That's me.
Okay.
Nice.
Big Joe, what you got for me?
Man, I'll tell you what. I still continue to think, like you said, I agree with you. The Bills need it because they're fighting for their playoff lives. But to me, the Cowboys need it because again, you hear the narrative week in and week out. Cowboys only beat up bad teams. In my opinion, a 7-6 Buffalo Bills is not a good team, but because of their quarterback, everybody wants to say that's still a good team. So this is your opportunity to double down and also show, hey, we're not going to we're not gonna lay an egg after we just beat Philadelphia. We're not gonna do what San Francisco did after they beat us, where you beat a good team and then you drop off for 3 weeks. We cannot afford that at this point. So my thing is let's go forward with okay, we just beat Philly. Ride that wave into next week. Let's beat the Bills and keep that momentum for the Dolphins, as opposed to we put all our eggs in the Philadelphia basket and now we're gonna go lay an egg against Buffalo. I think if you start to show yourselves as players, oh shit, like we're stacking up momentum, we're beating good teams, teams that everyone considers good.
Mm-hmm.
You start putting, you start putting feathers in your cap and you go into it, going into the playoffs, where you most likely will see the 49ers again. And you start telling yourself, hey, you know what? That was that last time. This is this time. Let's see what happens now. Just my opinion. Um, Stephon Diggs has not had a productive season. I think he's had under 35 yards for like 3 or 4 games in a row now.
Yep.
Josh Allen continues to turn the ball over. You can take advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
Cook coming out of the backfield, I think that's going to be the biggest X factor. Can we stop Cook? Can we stop the run? And can we establish the run on our end? Because if the weather is bad and you play in the elements, ultimately it comes down to can you run the rock? You can't just sling it all day if it's going to be raining. So, just my opinion, I think the defense needs to come out, get on Josh Allen early and often. Defense early and often. Offense, stability, clean game, and special teams. I don't think we'll see Brandon Aubrey attempting no 60 yarders this week, especially in the elements. But
No,
Yeah,
not in the elements for sure.
he can definitely still provide a spark if called upon. So I want to see that. Um, Other than that, man, I think the Cowboys win. I think it's going to be somewhere along the lines of 24-17 Cowboys. Just my opinion. And we'll see. We'll see what Bills Mafia has in store for the Cowboys.
It's going
I
to be a
think
close game. No, the Bills are not going to lay down and just take it. I
right,
can guarantee you that.
Mm-hmm.
right.
So
But
And then there will go the speaking heads moving the goalpost again, saying, "Well, the Bills aren't, they're not really a great team."
were they
So
really
of course the
good? I mean,
Cowboys win.
they're probably not even going to make the playoffs. Were they really
Was
good?
Josh Allen? Yeah, was Josh Allen really good? I
Yeah,
mean, look at the performance he did against the Cowboys. I mean,
yeah.
so, well, that's a different conversation.
Different topic. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. We thank you so much for joining us, sticking around to the very end, and we will catch you in the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, holla at your boy.
Peace.